live updates, and latest awards. As a slow-moving 97th Academy Awards moved into its third hour, and a much-publicized live stream of the ceremony on Disney's Hulu encountered glitches, the sex worker dramedy, Honora, appeared poised to go home as the big winner. Sean Baker, the force behind Honora, won Oscars for his original screenplay and editing. He is also the runaway favorite to win Best Director later in the night for the film about a prostitute who marries a Russian playboy. "I want to thank the sex worker community," he said. "My deepest respect. I share this with you." Wicked won 2 Oscars, production design and costume design, and Emilia Perez also collected a pair, song and supporting actress. Other awards were spread among Conclave, adapted screenplay, The Substance, makeup and hairstyling, and A Real Pain, supporting actor. Flow, an independent Latvian movie about a courageous cat, beat The Wild Robot and Inside Out 2 to win the Oscar for Best Animated Film. The 97th Academy Award ceremony began with a tribute to Hollywood's home city of Los Angeles, parts of which were recently ravaged by wildfires, and Ariana Grande singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. That Keep the Faith Wizard of Oz standard gave way to a tear-jerking rendition of Defying Gravity from Wicked, with Grande joined by her co-star Cynthia Erivo. The Oscar for Best Documentary Feature goes to No Other Land, a major win for a film that couldn't get a U.S. distributor. In case you missed it, it's a 3-way tie at something like the night's halfway point. Honora, Wicked, and Emilia Perez each have 2 wins. Zoe Salana gave an emotional speech after winning Best Supporting Actress for Emilia Perez. Sean Baker took home the award for editing a film he also wrote and directed, Honora, and the Aslan Fantasia Wicked won for production design. El Mal, from Emilia Perez, won for Best Song. The telecast has been notably light on politics so far. Conan O'Brien alluded to divisive politics in his opening monologue, and Daryl Hannah called out Slava Ukraine before presenting the editing award. Zoe Salana called herself the proud child of immigrant parents in her acceptance speech. But references to the upheaval in Washington, at least so far, have been pretty oblique. Coleman Domingo takes a selfie with his husband, Raul Domingo, during a commercial break. It's pretty bold to overstay your welcome as a newly crowned Best Song winner by singing a number from your movie while the band plays you off in front of Mick Jagger. That is just so, Emilia Perez. When you are an Oscar nominee, anyone can ask you a question. And Adrian Brody was standing with his girlfriend Georgina Chapman at the lobby bar when someone came up to ask him if he thinks he's going to win tonight. His response, "I just don't know." This spectator believes it's a 3-way race between Brody, Sebastian Stan, and Coleman Domingo. We will see. It's been a rocky road for the Emilia Perez Awards campaign, but the film has managed to win the 2 Oscars that still seemed well within its grasp: Supporting Actress and Original Song. Can the film fend off the surging Brazilian entry, I'm Still Here, in the International Feature category? It did seem like one of the 2 nominated Emilia Perez songs was going to win the Oscar, and now El Mal has, for reasons I'll never really fully understand. Sorry to Diane Warren. The choice to cut the performances of the original songs and instead present the songwriters elucidating the songs is a little like having to explain why a joke works. But they got me with the Elton John and Brandi Carlile collab. Cutting from Mick Jagger to Elton John on the Oscars broadcast is quite a live editing moment. Jagger is presenting the Oscar for Best Original Song. Jagger joked that Bob Dylan declined to present the song Oscar because the best songs of the year were obviously in a complete unknown. Oscar Grouches rejoice. The live stream has been restored for viewers watching the ceremony on Hulu. If it's still not working, try logging in again before doing your worst Howard Beale impression. This coronation of Zoe Salana is good news. She's 46. So many movies have wasted her or boxed her in. I've been in her corner since she was Eva Rodriguez on Center Stage, and we Center Stage people never stopped believing. When she shined her brightest, it was in blockbuster fantasies, like Avatar, that required her to transcend a special effects department. It didn't look easy being green. Or blue. But she was fierce in those movies. Anyway, she's the best thing about Emilia Perez. It's like she's acting all of the weariness and self-doubt and stress of a long career as much as she's playing somebody working for a dangerous, manipulative boss. Ben Stiller, announcing the award for production design, does an extended bit where he comes from beneath the stage, but only until shoulder height. Then he goes back down. He ends the presentation jumping out from some kind of subterranean cavern. Plenty of kisses were shared on the Oscars red carpet on Sunday night, but none could have been as nostalgic as the moment Adrien Brody and Halle Berry locked lips. More than 2 decades after Brody planted a shocking kiss on Berry at the 2003 Oscars after winning the Best Actor statuette for his role in The Pianist, she returned the favor in grand fashion as onlookers cheered. The moment, captured by Access Hollywood, quickly spread across social media. "That was one hell of a night for him, and for me as well," Berry told Variety after smooching Brody, who is nominated for Best Actor for his role in The Brutalist. "Tonight I had to pay him back." Berry told the outlet that she had seen Brody around Hollywood at various parties, but Sunday night was the first time in decades that they had seen each other on a red carpet. "He's nominated this year," she said. "He deserved that." Their kiss on stage in 2003 made headlines and has become one of the most talked about Oscar moments in history. After kissing Berry that night, Brody quipped, "I bet they didn't tell you that was in the gift bag." Over the years, both actors have discussed the moment at length. On Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, in 2017, Berry said that the kiss was not planned and that she was as shocked as everyone else. Berry said that she went along with it, "because I was there the year before, and I know the feeling of being out of your body." Berry made history in 2002 for her role in Monsters Ball, becoming the first black woman to win an Oscar for Best Actress. Brody also revisited the kiss in a profile with Variety last month. "We live in a very conscious time, which is a wonderful thing," he said. "And nothing that I ever do or have done or would have done is ever done with the intention of making anyone feel bad." Zoe Salana gets a standing ovation. She is in tears, waving and calling for her mother, who she says is in the audience. "Everything brave, outrageous, and good I've done in my life is because of you," she says of her family. "I am a proud child of immigrant parents," Salana adds, noting that she is the first winner of Dominican origin. Us fans of Lioness on Paramount Plus have always known that Salana had the range. Zoe Salana became the public face of Emilia Perez after Carla Sofia Gaskin's viral tweets effectively took down her campaign. Now Salana has an Oscar, too. Last year's winner, Divine Joy Randolph, is paying tribute to this year's supporting actress nominees. Zoe Salana won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for her performance in the Spanish-language musical Emilia Perez. She plays Rita, a downtrodden Mexico City lawyer who decides to accept an offer to help Emilia Perez, a drug cartel boss played by Carla Sofia Gaskin, set up a new life after receiving gender-affirming surgery. Salana anchors what many critics pointed to as the film's standout song, El Mal, during which Rita confronts corrupt politicians during a gala. El Mal won the Oscar for Best Original Song. "Thank you to the Academy for recognizing the quiet heroism and the power in a woman like Rita," Salana said. In her acceptance speech, Salana said her grandmother, who came to the United States from the Dominican Republic in 1961, would be proud of her win. "The fact that I'm getting an award for a role where I got to sing and speak in Spanish, my grandmother, if she were here, she would be so delighted," Salana said. The film headed into the ceremony with 13 nominations, the most this year. Its awards buzz was quieted, though, when a journalist resurfaced a series of racist comments posted by Gaskin on social media years ago. Gaskin apologized, but in the wake of the scandal, Netflix refocused its awards campaign on Saldana's performance. She won in a category that included Monica Barbaro for her performance as Joan Baez in A Complete Unknown, Ariana Grande as Glinda the Good in Wicked, Felicity Jones in the period drama The Brutalist, and Isabella Rossellini in the papal election thriller Conclave. Sebastian Stan was posing with his apprentice director, Ali Abbasi, and others for a photo in the lobby bar just after Jeremy Strong was seen chatting with him. Whatever happened with Abbasi at the Golden Globes doesn't seem to be affecting his relationship with his actors. Paul Tazewell became the first black man to win the Oscar for Best Costume Design Sunday. Honored for his work on the Broadway musical adaptation Wicked, Tazewell stepped to the dais and said, "I am the first black man to receive the Costume Design Award." The remark prompted a standing ovation as Tazewell continued with his brief acceptance speech, in which he thanked "my Asian muses, Cynthia and Ariana," referring to the actresses Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. In 2019, Ruth E. Carter became the first black designer to win the Oscar for costume design, for her work on Black Panther. Conan O'Brien brought the bizarre back to Oscar hosting. In a studiously silly and sniffly performance that began with the gross-out humor of his emerging out of the body of Demi Moore from The Substance, O'Brien evoked some of his delightfully experimental bits from his old late-night show.